Hello friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. Today's video is going to be a full face of old makeup. I had a lot of fun today kind of playing with some throwbacks that I haven't touched in quite a long time in some cases, and I created this look, just had a fun little chit chat, get ready with me. So whatever you like to do with these videos, throw me on as background noise, do your makeup with me, whatever you like to do. Let's get to it. I don't really have much going on as far as accessories today, just old basic choker. These little huggies are from AMO NYC, and this headband was a gift from a friend. My nail polish of the day is Your Heart's a Black Hole by Mooncat. So without further ado, let's hop into these throwbacks. I just wanted to do like a full face get ready with me today, but playing with old makeup, things I haven't touched in a while. There are just things I haven't used in a hot minute that I've really been wanting to, so figured I would do a full face of old makeup. It's been a minute, so we're gonna dive in together. I already primed. I used my Glossier Future Dew. It's a tried and true, long-time favorite. I already did it so it could go ahead and just sink into the skin while I was getting prepped for this video. And now I'm just gonna roll on into it. If I happen to forget to mention something, it'll all be in the description box as always. But I figured I would use my Huda Beauty stick today. It has been a minute since I've used this. Quite a long time. So I figured I would use it today. Mine is in the shade Angel Food. And I'm gonna be using my Sigma F45 brush, and I'm just going to buff this into the skin. There is no better feeling than using freshly washed brushes. I feel like there's no better application than a freshly washed brush. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. This is a really nice foundation stick. I see why I've kept it in my collection for such a long time, because it really does look quite lovely. What's up? What's new? How are you doing? What are you watching? What are you reading? Are you playing any games? Do you have any trips? I want to know it all. Catch me up on life. I've mostly just been working, been sporadically Halloween decor hunting because stores have been slowly rolling stuff out, which makes me and my spooky soul so incredibly happy. All right, that looks pretty good. Moving on to concealer. This is actually one that I just reordered from Ulta, but it is an old favorite. It's the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo. It's been a minute since I've used this, but it used to be a top favorite, so I wanted to try it again, and I figured this would be a good video to throw it into since this is technically an old favorite, and it has been a long time since I've used it. So let's see if I still think this is as good as I remember, because this used to be like a top favorite. Like, I don't even know why I hadn't repurchased it in a long time. I'll blend it out nicely. Obviously the under eyes are the true test, but I mean, so far so good. That looks lovely. Just using that same foundation brush to buff it out, just doing kind of little pouncy motions. We saw the new Twisters movie last night, and that was so good. I really enjoyed it. I thought they did a really good job. It was fun and thrilling, intense, but also funny and sad. And it was overall just a really good time. It was a fun watch. This concealer is looking so lovely. Wow. I forgot how beautiful this concealer is. Like, everything just looks so good. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I feel like my skin just looks so smooth and pretty today. I am here for it. I love that. I want to do my creams now, so I'm going to use my e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. It has been a hot minute since I've played with this. This one's in the shade Vacay Mood. And I'm just going to use my little Singe Beauty brush for this. This is an F01. Grab some of that product and start dusting it on like the corners of my forehead. Forgot how subtle of a bronzer this is. It's very, I don't want to say it's not pigmented, because it's not that it's not pigmented. It's just very like neutral. It's very soft. It's just not insanely out there, which is nice. Makes it very easy to control and apply without it going overboard. I'm just gonna hit up my nose. I do like to drag a little bit of the bronzer like down on like the sides of my nose, like where the sun would kind of hit. Not that your girl sees the light of day very often. I am an indoor girly. I haven't even been to the theme parks in a hot minute. It is just way too miserable outside. It is 5,000 degrees and so insanely humid here in Central Florida. It is horrible. I literally can't handle it. So it is a stay inside summer, that's for sure. I forgot how pretty this bronzer is. It's just very like soft and natural looking. It doesn't go too overboard. This is pretty. See, I like doing these videos from time to time because it helps me rediscover things that I just haven't used in a minute. Moving on to blush, I want to use one of my Rare Beauty melting blushes because it's been so long since I've used one of these. This one is in the shade Nearly Mauve. That's so pretty. And I usually do a little bit of a liquid highlighter, like liquid blush or cream blush kind of combo right now. So I want to use my Fenty Beauty Ease Droplet All Over Glow Enhancer. I don't know how this is going to work with this particular cream, but I'm going to try. I'm just going to do a couple little dots. I just really like the combination of kind of doing like some liquidy glowiness with my creams and liquid blushes. I'm just going to go in with my F43 brush from Sigma, and I'm just going to go right into this product. Just kind of load it up. And then I'll start blending, just kind of like right on where I want my blush to be and kind of blending out that liquid highlighter as well. Although that's not so much of like a liquid highlighter, like it is, but it could also be a mix-in with the foundation. It's not as like highlighty glowy, it's more like a natural glowy. Ooh, but that's a nice combo. I like it. I forgot how pretty these blushes are too. I mean, I didn't forget because I stand by that these are just so pretty. And I feel like very user-friendly if you're someone who's scared of creams and liquids. I feel like these are just so easy to use because they're just a little more, I don't want to say subtle because it's not that they're not pigmented, but they're very easy. They're very easy to blend. You can kind of build it up to the level of intensity that you want without it going too overkill. That looks beautiful. Blend onto my nose a little bit. And I am going to use a powder blush today as well. But I just wanted to kind of get the ball rolling. Let me blend out all of this highlighter. Just looks so good. Might even add just a tiny bit more of that blush. I just can never have enough. It's so good. My skin is just looking so pretty today. I feel like everything is melting in beautifully. It is looking like a good makeup day, my friends. I'm happy about it. I'm just gonna use my Huda Beauty powder in the shade Pound Cake. Because this is an old powder in my collection. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of a powder puff and set my under eyes, my like forehead, around my mouth, the areas that I crease, you know. Just anywhere that I make facial expressions and makeup would tend to crease. To no fault of the makeup itself, it's just my face. I am very expressional and we have to combat that early. It's just a nice powder. I forget how nice this powder is sometimes. Like I'm definitely an e.l.f. Halo Glow powder. Like that is my favorite, but this is a good one. This is a nice one. I'm not mad at it. Once I like eventually run out of this, I don't see myself repurchasing it, but I'm happy to keep it kicking around and I'll just use it from time to time until I run out because it does work beautifully. I am gonna grab a little bit of my NYX High Glass Finishing Powder. I don't even use this that often anymore. I think I still have like one more after this one. I'm just gonna use this big Fantasy Cosmetica brush. But this is beautiful for setting the outsides of my face when I want a little bit more glow. It sets you down so that you're not sticky, but it doesn't make you look super matte and flat. It is lovely, but it doesn't exist anymore, so you can't have it, unfortunately. I feel like the e.l.f. Halo Glow is a similar effect, except in a loose form and not quite as glowy, but it does give a little bit more of a radiance, not insanely like flat looking. For blush, I wanted to dive into one of my Lunar Beauty blush palettes, or for powder blush, I should say. Obviously, I've already done some blush, but I'm kind of wanting to use Beauty. I think that would be nice. I'm gonna use my Sigma F11 brush. Honestly, you can tell that this is my most used in the palette because it's the one that's the most dirty. That's so funny, I didn't even realize that. Obviously the one that I gravitate toward the most. But I'm just gonna tap this on top of my cream blush just for a little bit extra. A little extra something something, and a little bit on my nose as well. I'm gonna do just a few fake freckles really quick with my Freck XL. Nothing too crazy, just like a couple little cuties like sprinkled on my nose. Just like do a couple dots and then blend them out. Just a little something. Very cute. And I do want to do my brows before I go in with highlighter, and the new Milk Makeup Tubing Brow Gel is my new favorite of all time, but I figured maybe I could use an oldie. That was a favorite for a long time, but I haven't used in a while, and I'm getting close to running out of this, so I figured I might as well try to like finish using it up. That's looking very gloppy. It's very gross. This is the NYX Brow Glue. It is still very good, so if you need a good affordable option, I love this and the NYX Thick It Stick It a lot. The Milk Makeup has just kind of taken the crown on that and become a new favorite, but I do still really like these. This is the tinted one specifically in the shade. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the shade is. Medium brown, I figured it out. But they make clear ones as well. I'm just gonna kind of go through and just comb this through. Set my brows in the places that I want them to be. Honestly, I forgot how gluey this is. It's been a while since I've used this. It's not like it's hard to work with. I'm just not used to this anymore because I haven't been using this particular product. Now that I've done that, I'll take my NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Pen. Mine is in the shade Espresso. And I'll just kind of like draw little hair strokes wherever I have gaps, just to kind of finish my brows off. Nothing too wild and crazy. I keep it pretty simple over here. For face highlight, I want to dip into a very old, discontinued love, the original Alva 2 highlighter palette from Oden's Eye. I'm just dying to use Salamander. It was such a favorite. I still hope that they'll one day come out with that as a single because it's just so pretty. I'm gonna use my little Lethal Cosmetics fan brush and just dust it on my nose and then on my cheekbone. It's just so wet and sparkly looking. Oh, what a good highlighter. Such a long time favorite. I feel like this shade in particular is what makes me keep this palette, because the other three are pretty shades, but I don't know if they're ones that I'm like obsessed with anymore, but this shade still just holds such a special place in my heart. Just kind of dust my blush brush over that again, just to melt everything into the skin. And now I'm just gonna set my face with my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip, and we'll move on to the eyes. Moving on now to the eyes, I have been dying to use this palette again, and I have not had the time. So today is the day. I want to bust into my old Blueberry Muffin palette from BH Cosmetics. I don't even know if this brand exists anymore. I'm certain you can't get this palette anymore. It has been too long since I've played with this, and I keep keeping it every declutter because I want to play with it again, and I haven't had time. So today's the day. I am going to prime with my Sigma Primer and Ignite. I want to do something very smoky, very blue, very lovely. I'm going to blend this primer out and we will get going with it. I'm very pumped. I'm going to start with a little bit of Cheat Day. This palette just like takes me back. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this palette has been around for so long. This is just a Sigma E38 Splendy brush, by the way. I'm just going all the way from inner to outer corner, and I'm kind of flicking it outwards as I get to the outer corner of my eye. I'm also gonna pop a little of this in the outer corner of that lower lash line. What a beautiful color. So, so gorgeous. This color just by itself, like smear this all over and call it a day and you will be looking good. Speaking of good, I'm gonna use So Good now. I'm gonna use a little Sigma E27. I feel like if I had to pick one favorite brush of all time, it's this brush. Because you can pack and you can blend, and it is just like a perfect brush. I feel like I use this in almost every single look ever. So good. So, so good. Oh my God, the shade is called So Good. It's like this shade was made for me. Just gonna tuck this a little bit on that lower lash line too. And I was really just kind of focusing on deepening up, like more deep in the crease and that outer corner, just getting it more dimensional. You know? Then I'll just blend a little bit more with that first brush. I didn't even grab any additional product. This palette really is fire. It is so good. Just, I love these colors. They're so pretty. I do want to deepen up a little bit, just a smidgen with Baker's Dozen. It's like one of those sparkly mattes. This is an E42 brush from Sigma, just like a smallish blendy brush. And I'm going to tippy top, kind of in that outer corner and really close to the lashes. just to add a little bit of depth, you know, a little more dimension. And I'll pop a little of that again, just right in that outer corner of that lower lash line. And just kind of connect it here. That looks very crazy. I'll just take my previous brushes now and I'll just kind of lightly blend at that shadow. Just get it a little bit softer and a little bit more diffuse. I'll just blend that edge as well with the first brush I used. There we go. That looks so nice. Moving on to some shimmer now. I'm gonna start with my NYX Glitter Primer, of course, and I'm just gonna use my fingers because my nails are short right now. And I'm just gonna dot this on and prep for my shimmer so that everything pops really nicely and stays put. So I wanna use Stud Muffin in the outer half and then blend it into Yummy. This is such a reflective package. I honestly hate reflective packages just because of filming, and it always blinds you. So starting with Stud Muffin, I'm kind of just following where I put that kind of darker matte, letting it kind of follow that so it can all, ooh, that is yummy. I'll just fall in together. Now taking Yummy now, I just wanted something a little lighter in the front, and I thought this would be a nice little light contrast to the rest of the blues in this look. That looks quite nice. This palette really does hold up so well. Like, I feel like even if this came out right now, it would still be really well received, honestly. And I'll just kind of blend at the edges of that, make sure everything is flowing together nicely. I love. That looks very moody and very pretty. For the inner corner, I'm kind of thinking Cravings might be nice. Just something, you know, kind of soft and pretty to complement the look. I think I'm just gonna do mascara today. I got this at Ulta as like my birthday gift, the Tarte Maneater. I feel like I've used this in the past, but I don't fully remember. And then I just threw my Lattice pencil in my waterline, but I feel like just mascara is the moment today. So for lips, I really want to use Stone from Dose of Colors, a long-time favorite, and I just feel like it'll complement like my cheeks and the look nicely. I'm gonna use a lip pencil first. This is Nude Honey by Lawless. I'll just kind of line a little bit. For the most part, I like to stick to my natural lip shape, but I do outline the edges out here just a little bit, and then I kind of straighten my Cupid's bow just a smidgen as well. I'll just kind of fill in slightly. Now I'll go in with my Stone liquid lip from Dose of Colors, and I'm just gonna do a little bit actually, and I'll kind of just like feather it out. So I don't want too much. I want it to be a little bit more subtle. Kind of like that. I think that looks pretty darn cute. Thanks so much for watching my video. I had a lot of fun today. I think this makeup is super pretty. I feel like it's been a while since I played with a lot of these products, and I just had a really great time kind of diving back into the past, if you will. This was a lot of fun. I would love to hear your thoughts. Are these products you've owned at any point in your life? Do you still have them? Do you still love them? I want to hear your thoughts down below. As fun as it is to try out new makeup, I do like from time to time really focusing on old stuff and kind of rediscovering love for things that I already have, and I definitely encourage you to do the same. If you made it to the end of this video, you know what? Leave some like blueberry emojis. Is there a blueberry emoji? Is there even a blueberry emoji? Hold please. There is a blueberry emoji, so leave me a blueberry emoji. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot. And if you're not already, you can follow me over on Instagram. I'm BATTYBEAN there as well. And also you can subscribe. I'm posting most days over here. And if you want to, you can join my channel memberships. The link to sign up will be down below. You'll get fun little perks, including a members only video once a month. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.